day one, a violent vertical edge setter.
I see some gas on this. Get that mindset to put your shoulder on somebody.
Dig, drop. You're finished.
Hey, first down. This is a weird kid. Works the best, right?
Oh, yeah, I got to put my face up there. How you guys doing? What's going on? This is tonight's After Hours Jets Fest. I am GreenBean. It is 10:30 on the Botanical here on February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope you and yours had a delightfully loving day. And I hope you didn't get too sucked into the marketing aspect of this whole thing and buy what's the chocolate? What if they're like bad chocolates, but they're everywhere. There's some good chocolates, but what's that one? It's they're like all the hearts. What's the kind? What is it? There's a bad one. They kind of suck all the time. What are they called? What are they called, man? Remember, there's a brand, Eddie something. What is it? Talk to me. Somebody tell me. What that bad? They're like it's kind of a shitty chocolate. We get them every year, but they're never good, right? All right, we do that every year. Let's see. All right, here we got some news here. Listen to this. There has been news circulating all day about Ryan Tannehill possibly to the Jets, but we just got word from our insider. From the Titans network, the Jets are willing to trade 2 2023 draft picks for him and take on his full contracts. This is Ryan Tannehill. No! Hold on. Where is it? Where's my thing? Hold on. Does this work? No! No! All right. What's it called? Ferrero? No, they're good, David. Those are good ones. Look, both of you guys said, no, they're good. They're good. They're good. There's a brand. Hold on. Let me see. Chocolate brands. Valentine's chocolate heart. Let me see here. Let me see. Simply Chocolate. Godiva, they're good. No, come on. What is this shit? Oh, Whitman's is another one. Russell Stover, that's it, bastards. Russell Stover, man, not good. I'm going to tell you. Big Green doesn't like the coconut. What's up, Joe S? Look at all you guys. Let me say hello. Craig Safola's in here. Sweet farts. That's right. Craig Safola, if you guys don't know, is a world-renowned director of film. Did you know that? That's right. And by world-renowned, I mean it. I mean it, buddy. Hey, a fungus among us, the newest member of the Stream Beaners. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Again, if I have one more, I can add new emojis. I think it's 2 new emojis. So I'm one guy away. Thank you. You just got us one more Stream Beaner member away from adding new emojis for you guys to play with. If you don't know the emoji situation, right? Like I have some extra ones in there that only the Stream Beaners can use. Let me use a couple of these things here. Let me get it right here. Hold on. Let me see here. It's so funny, all this breaking news, right? You look, all it's breaking news. Derek Carr. It was breaking. Everything's breaking. Breaking news. Aaron Rodgers might like the Jets. Breaking news. The Jets are in the market for a quarterback. All right, here's some emojis. Here's my favorite one. The updated freeze bean, right? I'm very, very proud of this one. I really am. You know, we have the bean over there on Jets Talk 24/7. Ryan got all that started. But I like this. So, I mean, I like that one too, but But there it is. Dom, you want to come on? You want to come on? I'll send you the link if you want to pop on for a few minutes. Let me know. Maybe Dylan. Dylan, you want to come on? Dylan is the host of Jetnation Radio, guys. I'm not sure if you know that. Dylan, we got to spend some quality time with Dylan down at the Senior Bowl. Austin Ruiz is here. Hank is here. What's up, Hank? Braden, what's up? We have to wait 15 minutes before his half-hour show begins. Yeah, I know. Well, hey, I gotta finish talking to Ryan and Richie. We always do that. We talk shop after the streams. We always do it. Then I gotta pee and all those kinds of things. Braden, you know. It's like, we sit here and you guys see I'm drinking fluids constantly, man. You're right. A fungus among us reminds everybody. Let's click the like button while we're here. Bray, what are you saying? LOL. He says half-hour shows. So seriously, even at this, I know. I mean it. I mean it, Braden. Look, if I have to still try. Like if I didn't try for 30, then we're gonna do 2 hours. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you can laugh at me though, Braden. Lawrence Wapples is here. What's up with you? Saw the full panel time. Yeah, it was a good show, right? I haven't gotten to spend much time with Richie of late, so it was nice to see him. I knew Matt wasn't coming to the Talking Jets panel. Again, he's with his gorgeous girlfriend. This is one of the best, most fun people you'll ever be around, if you ever are. She's awesome. You guys would love her. She comes to the games with O'Leary. So if you meet us at opening day next year, you'll probably meet her. She's the best. The best. The first time I ever met her, and Matt for that matter, was at the Coney Island Cyclone 2 years ago when we did our initial Coney Island Jetsfan meetup. And she walked up to me. First time I ever even meet O'Leary with cookies, dude. Come on. She baked a whole thing of chocolate chip cookies. Now, if that's not, if that's not prepared thinking, I don't know what is, man. Rusty Spooner's here. That half hour flew by. What's up, man? Yeah. Hawk is here. What's up, Hawk? No, he looked okay. I didn't see that. There were a couple of comments like that, Hawk. I didn't see that. I think Richie looked great. Yep, William Sprague, GreenBean's the best. Yeah, I'll take that. 3 hours, man. I know. Yeah, like last time we did it. Last week, 2 weeks ago? I said 30 minutes. I meant it, and we did 58. I think it was not 68. Maybe it was 68. Maybe it was. I think the 8 is right. Owen's here. Squirmy Weasel is here. Dick Chimney's Burner is here. I know. It's the worst. You go in a time warp. Years ago, not to go down this rabbit hole, but, I told you guys, my drug of choice for 19 straight years, maybe 17 straight years, daily was crack cocaine, right? I smoked crack daily for 17 years. And I would have to, you get obligated to I'd have to go to work or I'd have to pick somebody up from the airport. Literally, I would say I'm going to leave here in 10 minutes. And through that drug, 5 hours would go by. Let's say 3 hours. 3 hours would go by and I would still think in my head, I got another minute. I didn't hit 10 minutes yet. I did that for years, man. Years. I'll be right there. Yeah, I'll be right. And hours, days, it would go over 6 p.m. would turn into 6 a.m. and I would still think I'm coming to pick you up. That's how crazy it was. Money Mitch, what's up? Yeah, well, thank you, man. This is great. It's great to have you. I love your avatar there. What a great moment that was, wasn't it? When Sauce Gardner put on the cheese head. It was just, what a great moment that was for us. Just beautiful. All right, so let's talk about this tweet. Rusty Spooner doesn't like, Joe S doesn't like it. Well, let me tell you, Dom C sent me that. I see Dylan in here saying it's not true. David Gerard's in here. What's up? They don't know exactly. Jets Mess is here. I know, M. Morris, I agree with you. You and I, we're at odds a lot, right? You and I. We have differing opinions on a few things, you and I. We're always good. I like you very much. Respect your points. But I agree with you on this one, man. 100%. Tannehill cannot be the guy that they're shooting for and are willing to trade like 2 picks for. Maybe it's a 5th and a 7th. You know what I mean? 2 picks doesn't necessarily mean a first. I know. Is it April Fool's? Yeah, Hank. And we know all about that. He says that's Titan fans trying to talk something into existence. We know a little bit about that over here. Jets fans. If anybody knows how to talk, it's us. It's us. Reisters for the chocolate. Reuters. Wait, let me see. Yeah, all right, Gitmo, that's a good one. Gitmo Bob, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you here. He brings up that the Jets have decided not to pick up Mekhi Becton's 5th-year option. You know, I think it's an interest. I mean, I think a lot of us knew that. We had the sneaking suspicion. How can you possibly do it? How? You can't guarantee. Let's say he gets hurt again 3 years in a row. He doesn't play, and you're locked into a guaranteed 15. I think it's 14 or 15 mil. I might be wrong. Let me see 5th-year options. Let's take a look. 5th-year options. Let me see here. And I'll bring it up. Okay, here it is. I'm going to show you guys the 5th-year options. Here we go. 5th-year options. That's what it is. That's our new song, okay? Every time we talk about 5th-year options, we got to talk about that song. 5th-year options. What do you do? Okay, so look at all these guys. So where are we? Where's our boy? Mekhi Becton. Can you guys see this? Let me make sure. Yep. Gitmo, I'm going to take your comment off just so we can see. But thank you for the topic. Let's talk about this. Okay, so you can see Mekhi Becton is right here, guys. All right. It doesn't really highlight. So yeah, $13.565 million. What's up here? So that's basic. Now, if we did it on playing time, he doesn't have any play. So that's what his is going to be. He's never made a Pro Bowl. And he's had no playing time. So he's got the basic. So he's $13.565 million. Now, that doesn't mean that the Jets won't keep him. Like, let's say he plays and has a great year, starts all year, and he plays lights out. You just sign him. You pay him 10, 12 million, whatever the hell it is a year. You know what I mean? But you can't possibly lock yourself into Mekhi Becton. You just can't. It's like that fool me once, shame on me. Or fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Not exactly the same, but the same type of mindset would apply. Just like we're talking about, like, as much as I am rooting for and think it's realistic to believe that Mekhi Becton can come back and have a career, you just can't go into this year counting on him. You can't like not backfill it. Like, hey man, there's worse things to have than a starting level tackle playing backup. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what ends up happening, I'd rather have 2 than none. You know what I mean? Every day of the week. What are you saying? Dove milk chocolate or get the fuck out of my face, you come. Dove's all right. Dove's okay. It's good chocolate. But let me tell you something, man. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it with conviction, and I'm going to tell you it's the truth. I've had, obviously, chocolate all over the world. Right? I've been all over the world. I've been all over the country. Chocolate's like one of my favorite things. It's like pizza, right? Regional. There's really, for me, in my opinion, and again, I've had hundreds of different chocolate brands from Sweden and Switzerland and all the places. There's 2. It's a 2-man race, in my opinion. That is Hershey. Stop it already. I don't want to hear it. Hershey and Ghirardelli out there in San Francisco. That's chocolate. Now, other chocolates are good. You know, Dove is one, right? We got lots of good chocolate. It ain't Russell Stover, though, buddy. It ain't Russell Stover. What's up, Lise Niedermeyer? Yeah, Craig says Ryan Tannehill is the Russell Stover of quarterbacks. Right. Joe S. says to send Aaron Rodgers a Valentine's Day gift. I agree. Joe Pekulik likes the after hours. There's Dylan. Hey, there you go. I see Dylan. I see Dom. There's Dom. Okay, let me try to catch up here a little bit. Yeah, Dom C is here. I didn't see. Did Dom want to come on? I can't see. Anthony Rizzi says, I can't take it, GreenBean. I can't take talking about who's going to be our quarterback for the next 2 or 3 months. Well, that's why we got to sign somebody. Well, look, the league year starts in March. So theoretically, we can sign Derek Carr, but you can't really work trades and everything. We're not allowed to do that yet. We can't. Can't do it. Oh, Dylan. Okay, buddy. So he can't. Well, yeah, no sweat. Go to bed. Got to work. I get you. Billy SBC. Good news is no matter which of these 4 quarterbacks is signed, the Jets are a playoff team at the very minimum. Right. Now, again, though, Billy, we have to be real careful on who we let go because you never know. You have to think, though, if we keep 90% of the defense together, I mean, we could lose Jordan Whitehead. They might just keep him, though. Like, keeping guys, your first year in the system, man. Maybe, look at Sheldon Rankins' first year to second year in the system. Completely different. People were saying he could go after his first year, but now they love him. And I hope they bring him back. Well, maybe Jordan Whitehead's a guy you just keep him. Yes, you can save $6 or so million if you cut him 7. But maybe you just keep him, and you let him work through his second year in the system. Continuity. Maybe Ashton Davis is the guy. It would now be his 3rd year in the system, right? In the system, he's going into his 4th year as a player, but his 3rd year in this maybe, and they like him. Look, Saleh has said it on numerous occasions. Ashton Davis is one of his boys. It's like the Nathan Shepherds, But and look, Ashton Davis, he comes in for 2 plays and he gets a pick. He's that guy. But you just get nervous when he's in there for too long. He takes poor angles and he gets penalties. It's just I don't know. I think the thing to me, though, is that you got to just the offensive line. Like if we improve the quarterback significantly, Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, Jimmy G, they improve the quarterback position significantly. And you can add to that Lamar Jackson, trade guys, Dak Prescott. As much as I'm not a Dak Prescott fan, he's significantly better than what we've had here. Shit. And let me tell you, when Dak Prescott turned down the extension, they wanted to lowball him a little bit. He turned it down and he bet on himself and he broke his leg. Remember that ankle? His ankle like flipped around right on the field. My heart sank for him. It really, I was like, oh no, man. Because that could have been all she wrote. And he still, on that injury, got the big contract. So good for him, man. But any of these guys, even if it's, look, honestly, if we brought in Gardner, let's say we want to go the inexpensive route and we bring in Gardner Minshew and we bring in Jacoby Brissett or Baker Mayfield to battle it out, something like that. And you have Zach as the 3rd to develop. I still think we're significantly better. I do. We just have to make sure this friggin' offensive line is good. In my opinion, you should keep James Robinson. You have Brees, you have Michael Carter, who are excellent backs, by the way. I don't know what happened with Michael Carter second half of the season, they just stopped giving him the ball. He'd get 3 carries. What is that? So I like Michael Carter a whole bunch. I love Breece Hall, obviously. I also like a little bit. Look, I don't hate Ty Johnson, guys. But I just don't trust Ty Johnson. But he's very talented, right? Poor blocker, poor hands, just inconsistent, let's say. So I don't love him on that level. But Bam Knight, boys and girls, looks like a player. So keep him around. And then I would keep James Robinson. If I have to lose Ty Johnson, I would lose Ty Johnson and have it Breece Hall, Michael Carter, Bam Knight, and Robinson. I think that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And he's a restricted free agent. $1.2 million, I think, is his. You can keep him for $1.2 million, or you get a draft pick if somebody wants to sign him. James Robinson. Oh, Hawk says Hershey's just mid. No, see, but that's what people think. That's your mind. That's you thinking it. You'd rather pay 3 times as much for some half-assed bullshit chocolate, Hawk. I'm just telling you. Hershey is the goods. And Hershey Park is just out of this world, dude. The Hershey Park is badassery at its finest. Did you guys see the new roller coaster Hershey Park is building this year? Let me know. What's up, Jet Up Noel? What's up, Evan? How you guys doing? Let me catch up here. Big Green likes Minshew. I like Minshew a whole bunch. John, what's up, John? Well, thank you. I'll take Dak over Carr. Look, there's an argument to be made about that. But here's the difference, man. You look at their stats. Derek Carr's stats are actually better than in many respects. I mean, Dak has that 1 year. I think he has 4,900 yards. But Carr has a 48. You know what I mean? So, like, other than that, like, Carr's, stats are overall a little bit better than Dak Prescott. And he has the lack of injury too, Derek Carr. But on the biggest thing is Carr did it with revolving, skills guys, and like it's no defense. Like Dallas, dude, Dak is stacked. That's the difference. Like, what does Dak Prescott do? I mean, look at his weapons, man. Look what he's got. The offensive line, the weapons, the defense. It's all there. So that's my concern. I wouldn't be unhappy. Like, let's say you can get Dak Prescott for a second, or whatever, something realistic. You don't die. Okay, it's better than what we have. I think he's limited. Ron Weiss checking in. Thank you, buddy, for the super chat. Now it's just Geddy Lee left in the band. Great. Yeah, right. Well, what happened to Lifeson? Is Alex Lifeson gone? Did he die? Let me see. Did he die? No, he is a musician. Okay. Yeah, Alex Lifeson. But I get what you're saying, but I got nervous, Ron. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. This is insane. This is just so not true, woke Hogan. Like, you got to explain to me what it is that you don't like about Derek Carr. Again, I'll lay it out for you. He's had 5 offensive coordinators, 4 head coaches, all of which obviously were not successful. John Gruden was publicly flogged, like the biggest, craziest way that a coach gets fired mid-season. On top of that, the same year, his number 1 wide receiver, Henry Ruggs, has a DUI and goes to jail, so he loses him mid-season. They trade Amari Cooper away when he had a little rapport with him for a couple years. He's always had a bottom 10 offensive line every single year, bottom 10, always. Plus, he's never had greater than the 20th overall defense. Never. The defenses, he's never had better than 20th. So no help on that end. Again, this year, guys, there's a statistic it speaks volumes. The Raiders were 3-5 in games that they had led by 14 points or more. They lost 5 of their losses. The Raiders were up by 2 touchdowns or more. In some instances, there's one that's 17, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, there's one that was 21. So, like, what is that on Carr? He was going to have 4 just by his, the average of the games this year. If you just break down the average and tack it on to the last 2 games that McDaniels didn't let him play, he was going over 4,000 again. He's missed 2 games in 9 years. Like, I don't understand what it is not to like about this guy. I don't know what it is. Please explain it to me. I did that one. Okay. Let me see here. Let me catch up. Indy. Yeah, he says, I have my hotel. You know what? I meant to respond to you. I saw that on Instagram, I think. Indy, my bad, buddy. We got to look into that. My contact at the Hall of Fame is no longer there. I have to figure this out. Again to get in there. We got to work on it now, though, Indy. So you booked my room, Indy? Did you book my room? Please tell me you booked my room. What's up, Rob? Yeah. Debor likes Hershey's cookies and cream. Yeah, Humsicle. Wildcats Revenge. Now, let me tell you guys real fast, all right? We can get into coasters a little bit if you'd like, but I don't want to derail it. But Hershey Park is the coaster that they're building right now is called Wildcats Revenge. And that's because there's this company out there that takes old wooden coasters and remakes them. They're called Rocky Mountain Construction, or RMC. Lots of coasters all around the country. They've taken these coasters that used to be really good, and then they're rough and they're terrible and nobody likes them. RMC comes in, puts in that iBox track and makes some super awesome rides. Wildcat, which was a classic coaster, is the first coaster ever built by a famous wooden coaster company called Great Coasters International, GCI. But they're going in there and they're redoing it. So, so they're taking like the worst coaster at Hershey Park that used to be great, such a great layout, but they're RMCing it. So it's going to be a new ride. Let me know if you guys want to watch a little point of view video of it and I'll show it to you. But that is correct, Homsicle. All right. Randilla, the thing is, I think, number one, you got to look at LaFleur. Like, I'm comfortable placing a lot of blame on LaFleur, specifically in 2 areas, okay? Not, his schemes were working, dude. There were guys, I'm telling you, I watched the tape every single week. It was maddening how many guys were open, and the offensive line, as decimated as they were with injuries, was blocking more than enough time. An average quarterback, a Baker Mayfield, would have lit it up in our offense. But that said, LaFleur, 2 areas that he was really subpar, if not atrocious at, was player usage, like how to involve players, which players to use, and then, so all that. And then and I'll tack development on that as well. So you got Zach. Zach had no development here, sadly to say. He developed the first year when Kavanaugh was here and fell off a cliff when he left, when they got rid of him. Calabrese and LaFleur, dude, they just were ill-equipped. I don't know why they rolled with those guys. They felt confident. It was a mistake. So now the other thing with LaFleur that I can honestly tell you, I'm comfortable saying it was a huge part of our issue, was that he didn't really respond into the game in real time. It's like LaFleur came into the game with a plan. The first 20 plays or so are scripted, so there's that. But even in addition to that, Mike LaFleur's game plans, like, you could see like the right tackle gets injured and we put Connor McDermott in and he still runs to that side the next play. Like it's like he already had something in his head. He didn't like evolve with the game. He didn't go, oh shit, well, their cornerback's hurt. They just brought in an undrafted free agent rookie. Attack him. Like they didn't do that. He didn't do that. And I think that we could have a vast improvement in that respect. But another area, it's like with Robinson. Now the directive might have come down the pike. Now that Bam Knight looks good, let's keep our 5th round pick and not play Robinson. That's fine. I think that's probably part of it. But look, dude, in Minnesota, there was no good reason why James Robinson, we were on the half-inch line, dude. James Robinson is 8 for 8 in 5 yards or less at the goal line. He's never been turned. He's never been denied. 8 for 8. And they didn't even bring him on the field. Bullshit. Dark Soldier says if Carr had one more fourth quarter comeback, he'll be top 10 of all time. Yeah. That's another thing. Like he's able to do the comeback. Dude, Carr's such a. Now, I understand if you prefer someone else, of course, that's fine. But how can people be like anti? I don't see it. I don't understand. Squirmy Weasel talking about Dak being a choker. I believe that too. I feel the same way. You think though, Rusty? I think Cooper Rush, like you saw it kind of fizzle, you know? He came in, he had those moments, he kind of fizzled. I don't know if that's real. V-Man, what's up, V-Man? Thank you. He says, sent you a vid on Twitter for Rodgers. Good luck. Can I show it here without getting dinged? Let me see what we got here. Oh, let me see. Oh. Let me see what we got. What the hell's going on? How the hell did that happen? All right. Here we go. All right. Twitter. Let me see here. I'm going to go to my messages. See if V-Man. I don't see anything from you, buddy. I don't see anything from you, friend. I don't. Did you just reply in a thing? Let me see. I don't see it, bud. Try to send it to me in the messages. See, like Joe, like Carr is not the answer. Why? Tell me why, Joe. I'll listen. You know how I am. I have an opinion and a point, usually based in some sort of facts, but I always listen. I've met other people's facts and went, and changed my mind. I've done that many times. I'm the Geddy Lee of Jets Talk. Well, thank you. I love it. Multi-talented, right? Playing keyboards and bass at the same time and singing. Yeah. Geddy Lee rocks, man. He's one of the best of all time. Paris says Carr is better than Tannehill, but Carr will cost $40 million a year. If yes, so what? You're gonna have to pay one of these guys that. I mean, not that I want to, Paris, but you're gonna have to. You gotta. That's where we are. You're not gonna get. If you think you're gonna bring somebody in here for 10, 15 million, 20, you're gonna get a subpar guy. What do you guys think of Baker Mayfield? Right. Mark says there's 129 people watching. And only 10 likes, for God's sakes. I see 50 likes, though. But come on. We got 155 in here. Let's see if we can get 100% likes. Now, I know some of you are watching on the TV, so you can't. I get that. But most of you, let's see if we can get every single one of you to hit the like button. Let's see. It'll be the first time ever. Let's see how close we can get to 100%. It's appreciated. Again, I'm one stream beaner away from being able to add new emojis for you guys to use. Thank you, A Fungus Among Us, for being the newest stream beaner. So if you guys want to do that, if you're contemplating it, now's a good time, because then after the stream, I can add some emojis and stuff. So that button's right below the screen there, right below the video. It says join. That's that one. Snoopy doesn't have any stats. He just says he's a Jag. He's a Jag. Why? Why? Tell me why he's a Jag, dude. Now, I'm not saying he's Mahomes, but you don't need Mahomes. You'd love to have a guy, but you don't need that, dude. You don't. You need a quarterback that can play against teams' defenses, keep our team on the field, our offense, for 6 to 10 minutes, right? 6 minutes. You need that 6 minutes, unless it's just a bomb touchdown. But you need to be able to have a quarterback that can drive touchdowns. First downs, 6 minutes and 6 to 8 to 10 minutes per offensive series, and get into the end zone and kick field. Look, get us points. That's what you need. The rest is on the defense, and we have a defense. Yeah, so what? It's okay once. I mean, great. You know what I mean? Great. And is that true? I have to look and see. But that's okay. That's one example of something. So what does that mean? Does that mean that Derek Carr sucks because Trevor Lawrence won a playoff game? I don't. I see what you're saying, but I don't see how it really applies for an overall decision. Sign a competent veteran quarterback for 3 years and develop a young quarterback. I know, but it seems so simple, Paris, doesn't it? Oh, that's funny. Dark Soldier says Peyton Manning is 8-11 in games 40 degrees or colder. We don't want him. We don't want him, Soldier. What excuse? I gave you crazy stats, dude. Crazy. It's not excuses. And I'm saying, still, Joe S., you have to look with all of that, he's still a consistently 65% or higher. He's 64.8 for his career, something in that pocket, 64.7, 64. So he's 65% completion percentage and just about 4,000 yards every single year, 2-to-1 touchdowns. He's doing his part. It's not an excuse. If he has his offense up by 14 points and the defense collapses in the fourth quarter and they come back and beat him, you know what I mean? How can you play? I don't see it. Please give me some stuff. It's Snoopy again, nothing. Your argument is weightless. It has nothing. He's a Jag. I'd love Rodgers too. Don't misunderstand. But, I don't know, man. He would literally, if we signed Derek Carr, he would instantly, the second that ink was on the paper, he'd be the best quarterback the Jets had since Namath. Period. That includes Vinny. That includes my love, Chad. That includes my other love, Kenny O. I love me my Kenny O. But instantly, better than Sanchez, better than Geno, better than Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick in his miracle year is Carr, the bottom end of Carr. Some guy, thank you, just need to set aside a few mil for the official. I know, right? If this is happening, why ain't we in on that, some guy? Come on. You see all that shit with that guy who that one ref who seems to hate Ohio State? He's the guy who said to he's the guy who said you're not in Ohio State anymore, and he happens to be Michigan guy. Remember? You see that? They did some digging. Look at all the times that he's not called things on Ohio State players. Dude, that is messed up. He should not be allowed to do that. I don't like it. So Rusty Spooner likes Baker Mayfield. Yeah, I mean, like if that's where we ended it, I mean, like you look at what he did this year, right? And you look, he's been to the playoffs, right? He's had like an up and down, but at least there's ups. Where like Sammy, you look at Sam Darnold, and he has a couple nice games, but he's really garbage. Even in Carolina, the 2 years, he's garbage. I mean, they brought Baker Mayfield in because of how Sammy played last year. Then he got his shot this year. He has two decent games, not great, solid games. And everybody's like, oh, fucking Sammy. And then he fell off a cliff again. Like Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, while it's not the guy I want, I think that's an interesting one. He might have, I don't like his personality. That's an idiot to me. I don't know him, but he just looks like, the things he does and says, I'm like, he's a bonehead. I think that the Jets media could get him to make mistakes. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I think he would be a guy that finds it very difficult not to take the bait. That's what I see with him. As far as on the field, man, he's not terrible. Look what he did this year. He looks good. Everyone should hit the like. All right. RJ McPot, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, thoughts and prayers, but just our luck. We see the East Ohio train crash happen when two Jet Hall of Famers get inducted. You think they postpone the event? Well, how close is it's not Palestine. How close is Palestine to Canton? I think it's close, right? You guys see that? That's terrible, man. All the toxic. I mean, it's just terrible, dude. I don't know. Guys, whatever we can do to get out of the damn oil, I mean, already, like, please, can we just fucking do it already? Poisoning everything. Everything sucks. All medications are petroleum based. Like, everything is petroleum, chemicals and petroleum. I wish we would, I don't know. I feel for those people, man. They got to they're evacuating their homes. I don't know, RJ McPot. I think in the event it's not safe, they're going to move it. They would move the event. I mean, the schedule. That's what I think. But yeah, thoughts and prayers with those people, man. I actually watched a little something on some people that had to leave. Terrible. Sad, man. But yeah, thank you, RJ McPot. I think that, it's unfortunate. It's the small potatoes. And I know you're saying that, right? Like, it just so happens that the 1 year we have two guys going in the Hall of Fame. There's all this other stuff that takes it away. And, I get it. I'm with you, man. It's just our luck on that end. Obviously, it pales in comparison to the severity of what's really going on. But I get it. Rusty likes Rusty Spooner. I mean, likes Baker Mayfield. I think I did know. Bill D. Bean, do you think Carr's a lot like Carson Palmer? I don't. I think he's better than Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer had his time though, man. But I never really loved Carr. He looked like a guy just was never going to do it. Like I don't see that in Carr. I think Carr has had really just a string of circumstances that you can see why it's capped. You can see it. And again, his end, let's take a look at Carson Palmer's statistics. All right. Let me see this. Let's take a look. Wait, what the hell's going on here? What is that? What am I looking at here? Oh, that's Twitter. All right. Here we go. Carson Palmer stats. Let's see, guys. Let me not talk out of my ass. I just remember Carson Palmer. I never thought that he was like that guy. He was very good, right? Well, let's see. Let's just look at his completion percentages and yards and touchdowns and stuff, right? Well, look at that. So you play, for Cincinnati, the first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years of his career, then Oakland, then Arizona, right? So 67, that's big, right? That's his best year right there. So 62, 64, 9, 58, that's a low, 60, 61. See, this is what I remember with him. this stuff. And he kind of stayed there. So he had those really good years, and then he kind of stayed in that mid pocket, that pocket of mediocre. Good, better than what we've had, but mediocre. Now let's look at his yard, right? 3,000 yards. So look, he had 4,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 6 times. So he's had in a 6 times. How long is his career? 14 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 14-year career. He broached the 4,000 marker. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And then look, he had 3970 here, so that's close. But let's see his overall, right? So his averages, he's got a 62.5% average completion percentage. Not terrible, but not the mark. You want to have 65. That's really what you're looking for, right? But he did make it those years. You know, he's had those years. Well, let's look at his touchdowns now. So 294 touchdowns to 187 interceptions. So he's got 107 more touchdowns. So he's not 2-1. He's not. But he's still obviously got a lot more touchdowns. Best year, 32 touchdowns. But look at the last bunch of years. You see it? 3 here. What was that? He played in 4 games that year. So there's that. So he's got, 21, 26, 26 and 20, 13 and 16. That's not too good. 22 and 14. Still had 4,000 yards, but 22 touchdowns, 14 picks. 24, 22, 11 and 3. 35 and 11. That's pretty damn good right there. 26 and 14. And so I think you look, Carson Palmer's obviously a good quarterback, but again, that mid to end of his career, he just kind of settled into that good with a ceiling. You know what I mean? He just kind of settled in there. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Carr has a lot more. I think Carr is a good-ass quarterback. I would love it. Yeah, right, Hamsicle? Makes me hungry, your name. I don't know why. I mean, it's not, you don't want a Hamsicle, of course, but it makes me hungry. It does. Where's Hackenberg? Totally. Adrian, what's up, Adrian? GreenBean, to beat the best, you need a quarterback that can hang with Mahomes. Rodgers is that man. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm with you. But you just, again, your defense has to play Mahomes. Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, Michael Carter II, they can cover those guys. They can cover them, man. They can. Like if we were able to get like a ball hawking safety in the draft, or maybe even sign Von Bell from the Bengals, something like that. If you're able to secure that safety position behind our cornerbacks, dude, we can pretty much hang with anyone. Really. Mahomes is Mahomes. We're going to see, right? We're going to see. We play him next year. But you need a quarterback that is proficient and knows how to stay on the field, man. Stay on the field, get me points. Again, Carr's 3-5 this year in games that he led by more than 14 points. 14 or more, I mean. What does that tell you? Is that him or is it the team, the defense? What's up, Mikey Mouse? How you doing? Slim God says, I got season tickets this year. Section 134, row 9. I'll donate a ticket if you come up with a giveaway. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Please, Slim God, don't forget, remind me closer to the season because we are going to, Iowa Jetsfan did a great job running it this year. And he's going to do it again. We're going to do the Wayward Jets Fan Fund. We're going to try to get Jets fans to their first ever home game. We got, how many? We got, I think it was 5 or 6 last year. Jets fans that have never been to a Jets game, a Jets home game. We got, let's say 5. We got 5 people to the game. We were able to pay for airfare. We were able to pay for the ticket. We couldn't pay for the hotel or rental car, but that's a big nut. So, yeah, man, if we have a ticket with you, that'd be great. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is a silly one. I don't know why we would think that, Wild Wave. I don't know why. Like, you got to think about it. The reason that they went into the playoffs the 2 years that he did is because of him. You know, once you start getting it past the wild card or whatever, you know what I mean, into the playoffs, like your defense has to be able to stop somebody. You're playing the better teams. It just, they never did. Right. Gee, thank you. Even making the playoffs is hard when you have 0 defense. Carr hasn't had any defense for his entire career. And in addition to that, always bottom 10 offensive lines. He's had a revolving door in his offensive line, different tackles every year. Don't forget, Kelechi Osemele. That's where we got him. Remember? He was a piece of shit. He was garbage, that guy. What a jerk. Remember that? All the doctors are saying he doesn't need surgery, and he said, I'm having surgery. Remember? He didn't want to play. No, I'm not going to tell anybody what to do with their bodies and all that jazz. But again, you know, you trade for somebody, comes over here, and you know the doctors are saying he's totally fine, and he's just saying, I want to, like, what is that? BG the Kid, thank you for the super chat, man. He says, GreenBean, a plus for Carr is we don't have to use assets for him, meaning draft assets, right? We aren't in a position to give up a first for Rodgers, need to use our picks to develop the roster. I know, it's just so funny, BG. And, not funny, terribly sad, actually. This team, Joe Douglas has done a very good job, guys, building this team to compete now. It was all built that we could do this during the quarterback's rookie contract. Think about it. We would have 3 more years of Zach on a rookie contract. If he was even like top 15, top 16, we wouldn't be doing this. The fact that we have to take these resources, even if it's just money, and we got to bring in another guy while we're paying him $10 million is just such a shame. Now, it is what it is, and Joe Douglas picked them, so there's that. But I think that we could have done a better job developing Zach Wilson. I think Greg Knapp would have done that, and I think if they kept Matt Cavanaugh around, I think we would have had a better shot as well. They should have kept him. They chose Calabrese, or I don't know. Remember, they said we wanted less voices in the room. What does that tell you? That tells you that LaFleur, and I would say LaFleur, but LaFleur and Calabrese and Cavanaugh didn't jive. It's that simple. They weren't jiving. And Cavanaugh has a very extensive, successful career as both a quarterback coach and an offensive coordinator. So I don't know. I would have liked to see him stick around. But the fact that we have to do that it's really throwing a stick in the spokes, because think about if Zach was good, we can take all our picks, whatever money we have, like when you renegotiate CJ Mosley and you get rid of Corey Davis or whatever it is, like you're going to have, you had the 16 million that got added this year. So you could have 30-40 million and really, just pepper this roster with, those exact holes you need. Ball hawking free safety, big run stuffing defensive tackle, support the offensive line. But no, we got to take at least, 30, 40, $50 million and give it to a quarterback while paying Zach. And like you said, in some instances, we're going to have to give away picks. Carr, that's another major positive for Derek Carr. I hope the Jets are working on it. I really do. You're not alone, Gitmo Bob. He's bothered. Still bothered by the fact the Jets took Jamal Adams over Mahomes. You know, it's interesting, too, because I didn't love Mahomes. Mahomes was not Mahomes in the draft, right? A lot of teams were very concerned. There was a lot to be concerned about with Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid was the best place for him. Plus, he had Alex Smith. He was able to sit for that at least half the year. I forget how long. But, and Andy Reid is Andy Reid, man. He's as good as they come. But the pick, Gitmo Bob, from my perspective, even though today, using hindsight, it looks a little different, the pick was Deshaun Watson. He was there, too. He was standing right there. Like, hello. And we chose to take a box safety. A box safety. Not even a free safety. Not even an Ed Reed. Now, Jamal Adams was good, right? Still, he's good, right? Nobody's going to say that he wasn't good. And the idea with him was that he was going to change the whole franchise. Like he was going to be contagious, like his energy. And that's what McCagnon thought. Remember, there was that article that came out a couple years ago. It said, like, Mike McCagnon believed that Jamal Adams was going to be the pillar of the whole organization. He thought Jamal Adams is going to change everything. And I think that he tried. I think that he tried to. And I think that for a minute, he was good, but still not good. No matter, even if Jamal Adams ended up being fucking Ed Reed, it's still not Patrick Mahomes. And again, Deshaun Watson, hindsight with the massage thing, yeah. But let's not forget, up until that, he was one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in the league. Don't forget that. That was the pick. That was the one I wanted. Hey, Italy Jet. What's up, buddy? I hope you're doing good. You guys know Italy Jet. He's on the Everything New York Jets podcast, right? Yeah, man. Everything New York Jets. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to get that wrong, but yeah, man. Good dudes over there. And he's, hey, paisan. V-Man says, I resent it. You should have no issue now. All right, let me see what he's talking about. Can I play it, though, man? I don't want to get dinged, See what the hell he's talking about here. All right, there I see V-Man. Wait, no, I don't actually. Let me see. Oh, messages. Here it goes. V-Man sent a video. Let me see what the... It's 53 seconds. Oh, look at that. All right, you got to back it up, though, V-Man. I can't see. Aaron Rodgers. What is that? Oh, yeah. I like what you're... Okay. And it goes at okay. All right. All right, I'll show it. Okay. All right, here you go, guys. So V-Man's working on something. Let me do this. Hold on. All right, guys. This is good. V-Man, he's helping. He's out there, buds. He's out there doing his part. Okay. You guys ready? So it's let me make sure you can see it. Let me get that off. I'm going to take that off, V-Man. All right, here it is. This is V-Man. He's working on it. He's doing his part to help the New York Jets. Let me fast forward a little bit here. Let me get you. So he's walking up to this thing. All right, here he goes. The original New York Jets practice field, 1963 to 1969. He's got his Aaron Rodgers Jets card or picture in a Jets helmet. Yeah, you got to start in horizontal next time, V-Man. If you start in horizontal, that would have been good. So, okay, you see what he's doing, guys, right? He's working on putting out the mojo, man, putting the good juju out there. That's what he's doing. He's putting it into the universe. Good job, V-Man. I love it. I love it, buddy. I think you're doing great work out there. I like it. Ron Weiss wants to drop the Palmer batter. Oh, what? I left it up there too long? Yeah, I forget. Thank you. What are you going to do? I forget about stuff. Aurora, look at this. Hey, GreenBean, between the linebackers, do you think we keep Quan and Quincy, one or the other? Do you think we move on from both and address it in the draft or free agency? Are there any linebackers you'd like to see? Good question, man. We don't talk about it enough, honestly. Here's what I think. I think the Jets are going to try to do everything they can to keep the unit together. And I think that's smart. I think it's smart. We need to, at some point, keep this team together. The defense clearly played well together. Now, they had their weaknesses, right? There were strengths and weaknesses and guys that were better than others. Quincy Williams, as we know, is Quinnen Williams' brother. So there's that. Now, he wants him to be here. Quinnen has actually already said he's willing to take less money if that money goes to his brother. So there's that. Now, we know that Quincy Williams is also a thunderous hitter. He's like a heat-seeking missile. But he's a liability at times in coverage, not the best. And he's tied for the most missed tackles this year with 17. So even though Quincy Williams has made some of the best tackles and he's had the games with the most tackles all year, he's also got that thing going on. So you have to factor that in. How much does he want to get paid? Is it $4 million? Okay, do it. Is it $8 million? You can't. Quan Alexander is not going to sign another $1 million or $2 million contract, in my opinion. I think he's going to want to get paid. So you got to see what you can do there. Now, you got to take the CJ Mosley thing. In my opinion, you got to get him down there near 10, 11. You have to. And I think he should. But the problem is he's coming off a Pro Bowl year and a second team All-Pro, right? So that's not exactly terrible negotiating capital. So you got to see what's up with that. Now, CJ Mosley, he is a team guy. You have that. He's also been paid exceedingly well from the New York Jets over the years. So maybe he's good. Let's say you give me $11 million and I'll stay here, extend them for 4 years and say, we're going to finish your career as a Jet. You're going to be a Jet. If you can do that, if you can take his $21 million and get it down to 10 or 11, and you can take that 5 each and give it to Quan and Quincy, I think they do that. The only thing that I would say is a linchpin to that is they already have Jamien Sherwood on the roster. He's now 2 years in the system. He's a dynamo on special teams, only behind Hardy, right? Our Pro Bowler special teamer. He's only behind him on special teams tackles. And when he came in and played significant snaps in 2 games. He made every tackle. So Sherwood is one. Saleh likes him. He's our 4th round draft pick 2 years ago. Again, he's making his impact. He's a baller. So they might not want to pay Quincy Williams or Quan for that matter, because we already have Sherwood on the roster. And we have Hamza Nasruddin as well, who's not making the same impact as Jamien Sherwood, but he's still on the team and he plays well in special teams too. And he could be another guy. He was a dude. Hamza Nasruddin was actually being talked about as a 2nd round pick for a while. And he ended up sliding to the 6th because of some injury stuff and all that. But I thought he was a steal in the 6th round. Steal. He should have definitely gone in the 3rd or 4th, in my opinion. The thing is, they were changing his position from safety to linebacker, so there's all that sort of stuff. Same thing with Sherwood. So they might be thinking, okay, look, we'd like to keep you guys here, but here's what we got. We got 3.5 for you, and we have 4.2 for you. If you can't take it, then we're going to bring up Sherwood and Nasruddin. Maybe they just keep one. Like if you could only keep one, I think they would lean toward Quincy, younger, Quinnen's brother. When he's on, baby. But Quan is a damn good player, man, and Saleh loves him. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think that if you're able to keep at least one of them, it's going to be Quincy. That's what I think. I would love to see them manage to keep it all together. I would love it. Like at some point, we have to start keeping our players together. He's not a goon. You're nuts. Smart player. Fast, good in coverage. You're nuts, Hawk. Nuts, I tell you. Radovan Merkovic checking in. Thank you, man. He says, apologize if you addressed already. Would you take Tannehill over Jimmy G? Also, who is the starting left tackle week 1 in your opinion? Great podcast, sir. Well, thank you. It's a tough question. It really is. I don't like Ryan Tannehill. Does that mean I don't think he's better than what we have and he would be good? No. I think if we got him, he's worthy of rooting for. You're worthy of having some confidence that the Jets will be better than they were. But Jimmy G is a better quarterback, in my opinion. The problem with Jimmy G, and we know we've talked about this ad nauseum, is his injury history. He only has one full season. And that's, dude, the first 3 years of his career, he only played in spot duty because he was behind Tom Brady. So theoretically, he should be like, he's got less wear and tear. He's got more tread on the tires. So I don't know. I don't know if I do that. Now, and Tannehill, what's his contract? Let me see here. Ryan Tannehill contract. Let's see. Let me see here. So he's under contract for next year, guys. Ooh, there's an out here in 2023 as well. So they can get out of it this year and only have an $18 million dead cap only, right? But if they keep him or we trade for him, his cap hit in 2023 is $36.6 million. He does have a couple voidable years or something going on. What is that? All right, let me see. Tannehill will earn a base salary of 27, cap hit of 36, and a dead cap of 18. All right, 2024 and 25 automatically void with $9.2 million in dead cap. So I don't know. You're going to have to trade for him, Radovan. You're going to have to trade for him. Unless they cut him like they just did with Carr. They might do that, but I don't see them doing that. Why would they do that? They have a starting level quarterback. You're going to get something for him. That's what I think. Oh, who's the left tackle? You want to hear it? This is what I'm going to say. Next year, 2023, our starting left tackle is going to be Mekhi Becton, and he's going to play in all but one game. He's going to have a little ding. He's going to miss a week 12, and he's going to come back in, and he's going to play great into the playoffs. He's our starting left tackle for the foreseeable future. They give him a contract extension, and we love Mekhi Becton. What do you think? That's what I think. That's my 2 cents on the matter. Now, what do you guys think of this? What if we look, we just don't want to pay. We say, dude, we're not giving up. The Packers want 2 firsts and a third, and Carr wants $50 million, and obviously Lamar, you got to give 3 firsts, and Tannehill, they want a first, and you got to pay him 36. And they say, you know what? We're going to sign. We're just going to do it. We're going to go ahead and sign Gardner Minshew, and we're going to fucking draft a quarterback at 13. Could you imagine? Will Levis, Anthony Richardson. Imagine. Can you imagine? What do we do then? What do you think? Well, I mean, would you come? I don't know. I mean, obviously, the last 2 quarterbacks that we've taken in the first round didn't work out for us. But maybe Hackett and there, you know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe they just say, screw this. The only problem there is you're using your 13th pick on a quarterback, but you're not losing $40, $50 million. And maybe even more draft capital if Rodgers or whoever, if you got to give him that. So maybe they do that, dude. What do you think? Give it to the kid. Let Gardner Minshew start. He's going to be great. He'll be fun. He's better than what we have. Gardner Minshew's stats, he's got like a 68% completion percentage for his young career. He's only going into his 5th year. He's young. So if you got Gardner Minshew and he ended up being good for you, he's a Jet. Like you could have him for 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? So there's that. I don't know. Maybe they do that, man. You got Zach, this young Anthony Richardson, and Tana and Minshew. What do you think of that? Cole Ellis. Should we pick up middle linebacker from Cowboys, Scotty Van Der Esch? I don't know. I wanted him 2 years ago, actually. He was a free agent. I wanted him. I don't know. Maybe. But the thing is, like, what are you going to get him for? Like, in my opinion, keep the band together if you can. You know what I mean? Like, moving him out and paying some other guy the same price. I don't know. Wild Wave wants to tank for another USC quarterback. Is that what you want to do? Oh, no. Right. Becton's back, buddy. All right, Jimmy. Right. I agree with you, Jimmy. Yeah, exactly. Becton, he's going to, he's 23. He's been through hell. He learned a lot. He's been at the facility all year. He lost what looks like 50 pounds. You know what I mean? He's done playing games. He's watching his career slide away. He knows he could be transcendent. That's what Saleh said. Saleh said, this guy's healthy. We're talking transcendent level talent. It's amazing. No, he's not, Adrian. Stop it. Look over his career. Look over his career, man. Is he Aaron Rodgers? No, but you never know. He's still young, dude. He was a mid-round pick, right? He was 6th. Let me see. I forget where he was. Let's take a look at Gardner Minshew. Let's take a look at this little tiny mustache fella. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share the screen and everything. I haven't looked. Let's see what it is. We're going to do this together. Because we're such good friends. Can you see it? Okay. All right. Here's Gardner Minshew. Oh, shit. Jesus. Okay. So, at least it wasn't a draft. All right. So, here we go. Number 1, he's got a mustache, and everybody likes mustaches. He's 6'1", 225 pounds. He's 26 years old. All right, his career. Oh, this he went down this year because of his play in the for the Eagles, right? 57.9. That brings it down. So he's got a 62.8% completion percentage now after his last couple games he had to play for the Eagles. All right, but let's take a look. So, wait, let me see. I want to see his draft pick. Where the hell was he drafted? That's what I was looking for. Hold on. Where the hell was he drafted? Let me see where the hell he was. Sixth round, right. So he's a sixth round pick of the Jags, and they throw him into starting duty. Where is it? He starts 12 games. He ends up going 6-6. He's got a 60.6% completion percentage for 3,200 yards, 21 touchdowns, 6 picks. The next year, he plays 9 games. 2,259, 66.1% completion percentage, 16 touchdowns, 5 picks. Look at this. So then in 2021, let's not, he played, remember the Jags were jerking him around, but in 2021, it was, they had already traded him. Remember 2020, that's what I was thinking. Remember at the end of the year, when the we had the number 1 pick all year. Remember that? And then the Jags got it. We won. We beat the Rams and everything. And then they just benched Minshew. They said, nope. We're tanking. Remember that? They did that. So now here he's a backup quarterback these last 2 years. So, but look at him. His rookie year, he's got a 60% completion percent, already better than Zach and Sam. Already 21 touchdowns, 6 picks. The next year, he has a 66% completion percentage, 16 touchdowns, 5 picks. Again, he's not throwing picks. Then he's got a 68% completion percentage in limited duty, 4-1 touchdowns. And then this year, he had the 3-3. All right, 57.9. So again, that brings it down a little bit. But guys, I mean, I'm not singing his praises, but this is a young quarterback that you can get cheap, who's had NFL success. And look at that, man. 44 touchdowns to 15. That's 3-1, dude. 3-1 touchdowns to interceptions. You with me? 3-1. Hennessy, that's right. I completely, I didn't even think about it for a second. Holy shit. Wow, we're on an hour and 17 minutes. All right, yeah, I got to do the holy shit, guys. Thank you, Hennessy. If you wanted me to keep going, blame Hennessy, but thank you, buddy. Holy macaroni. Anthony's here. What's up? Jordan Victor's here. What's up with Jordan? He said, I don't understand why Anthony Richardson is a first-round pick. The more I see and hear about him, the less I want him. I don't love him either. But I mean, you know why? Because it's super athletic. That's what they're thinking, like, getting a guy in your, on your squad like that you can develop. You got a good developmental team, staff. Anthony Richardson's got more tools than you know what to do with. He's just super crazy raw. Sporadic, right? So Dom's still here. I would have let you on, Dom. I'd say day 2 pick. Oh, he's talking. I think this is more likely. If one of those quarterbacks falls to us, we got to find a way to trade back. I agree. You got to find a way to trade back. Get some capital, man. Like, you're at 13. Imagine Anthony Richardson and Will Levis are there at 13, and teams in the back end are trying to jump up. Let's take a look here. Wait, let me see. Let's take a look at the draft order here. All right. Oops. So look, can you guys see that? All right. All right. So Chicago's up top. But look, so we got us. We're right here at 13. Oh, let me do this for you too. Right. What happened? All right, so these in green is our picks, but just so you have it. But let's take a look at this. What teams behind us want a quarterback? It's not Green Bay. You got Washington. They might want to jump up 3 spots. That'd be nice. You can get a second for that 3 spots. It's 150 draft points. So remember, it's like it's not going to balance out perfectly because it's a premium, right? You're going to want to pay a premium. But really, if you're looking at just draft points, 150 is pick 88. So a 3rd round pick. That's what you're looking at. So if we trade it back with with Washington, 150 points. Okay, you see that, guys? Who else? Dallas is a good. Pittsburgh. They like their boy Pickett. Detroit, maybe. I mean, they like Goff. I think they're fine with Goff, but they might want to trade up for one. Tampa Bay, they might be in business because look, they got Kyle Trask, who's been sitting there for 2 years. Maybe they love him, but Todd Bowles just fired the whole offensive staff to cover up his inadequacies like he did here. Isn't that funny? Todd Bowles is about to coach his 6th year as an NFL head coach. This will be his 5th offensive coordinator in that time. But it's not him. It's always the offensive coordinator. Yeah, Bruce Arians did fine with that staff. Byron Leftwich has a very good reputation. Not for Bowles. So you got Tampa Bay, maybe. Seattle, maybe. I mean, Geno's older. Maybe. You got the Chargers. They're out. Baltimore's out, most likely. I mean, if they trade Lamar Jackson, who knows? Maybe they're in business. Minnesota, no. Jacksonville, no. The Giants, most likely, no. They'll probably keep Jones. Cowboys, depending on what they do with Dak. But again, they have Cooper Rush as well. Buffalo's out. Cincy's out. New Orleans is in business. You might be able to get them to trade up. So they got 640. Let's say they want to jump up. We're at 1150, so 640. So that's almost 1,000 points, right? Isn't that what that is? I don't fucking know. I can't count. It's 500 points or something. So you're looking at grabbing. Look, it just so happens that they have pick 40. So, but that's a long way to jump for 1 second. But let's say, again, it's a premium. It's a quarterback. So they're going to pay more. Everybody overpays. We're in the spot that they want. If they're calling us, you can charge a premium. If we're calling them, then you got to, and you're not going to get it like that. Well, let's say they give us pick 40 and pick 71. What do you think? Would you do it? So then you got pick 29, 40, 43, 71, and 74. So you got 2 seconds, 2/3. I might consider that. What do you guys think? What do you think? I mean, would you guys do it? Let's see. Let me see here. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me look at this. Let's see here. It's funny, look at this comment. He keeps calling him Ryan Tannepick. Tana Limp. Who is this? Frankie Aravallo. Dude, he had 6 interceptions last year, dude. What are you talking about? That's the thing. It's like, you want to come in here and talk. Fine. But fucking make sense. You know what I mean? Like Ryan Tannehill, with all, what, I don't love him or anything. He had 13 touchdowns, 6 picks. The year before, 21 touchdowns, 14 picks. Year before that, 33 touchdowns, 7 picks. Year before that, 22 touchdowns, 6 picks. That's his Tennessee career. Like, what are you talking about, Frankie? Makes some sense there, Sugar Plums. You know what I mean? Anybody see this guy? Jim Dandy says Bowles makes the team about as I know he really does. He's like the worst. And you know, it sucks that we followed Bowles with Adam Gase. There was very few coaches that could make Bowles like that can look worse than Bowles, in my opinion. And fucking Adam Gase is one of them, man. Rusty Spooner says pick 40 and 71 with the 2024 third with New Orleans. Yeah, well, that's right. That's what I was saying. But so what? You're saying that they throw in another third? That's going to be a lot. That's going to be a lot. If you can get it, you get it. But I think that would be a lot. Because again, you're looking at about 500 points here, right? What's the math? 1150 minus. I'm telling you, I suck at this. 1150 minus 640. Yeah, it's about 500, right? 510. So just so happens they're right here at 500 points. Right here. So that's that. Now the third 71 is 235 over. Okay, that's good for the premium. Maybe you can get them to throw in a 7th. How the hell did we get a 7th? What? One, two, three, four, five, six. How did we get 7 picks? This is not right. Is that right? We have a 7th? I thought we had 6 picks. Did we just gain this somehow? What happened? Did we make a trade? Let me see. Pick 231. What the hell's going on here? No. 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 All right. I know. It sucks because any numbers look great to us. You're so right. You know, we got to remember that we're suck. You know, we're skewed. Yeah. Again, James, you probably just got here. It's not a Derek Carr stat. What you're talking about. There's 20 different reasons. When you have a quarterback that throws 2-to-1 touchdowns to interceptions, 4,000 yards, 65% completion percentage, and is up by 14 points 8 times this year and lost 5 of them. Like, and that happens all the time. Like, it's not the quarterback. Just because he didn't get to the playoffs doesn't mean that the quarterback is the problem. It's like, it's the furthest thing from the truth. Todd Gase. Yeah, you heard me. That's what I was saying, right? Todd Gase. I know. And this is Kev, this is the problem. This is why Zach, like whiffing on Zach, which is what it looks like. And even if we don't, even if he's great later, it doesn't matter. He ruined it now. Like whiffing on Zach is such a bad deal because this team is built to succeed for the next 2 years, 3 years on the rookie contract, the rookie quarterback contract. It's made for it. And like, look, man, you got to pay Quinnen, great. You got to pay a few guys, but you would have, like, if Becton and Zach, like Becton's on his rookie contract, AVT's on his fucking rookie contract, Brees Hall, Michael Carter, Bam Knight, Sauce Gardner, Michael Carter II, like they're all on their rookie contracts. Michael Clemens, Jermaine Johnson, like they're all on their rookie contracts. If Zach just, even not without Becton, even just Zach, if he would have been a top 15 quarterback, we're talking perennial playoffs. And then you just give them enough tools, like guys like Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore, get the ball in their hands, man. They can make things happen. That's all you have to do. Forget Phil Simms wasn't no world beater, dude. He was proficient, efficient. You know? All right. Yeah, see again, Frankie. I'm gonna get you. You make no sense. Should tell your wife what you're doing right now. Say, I'm making no sense in a chat with a different team. Look at my mustache. All right. I know, it really does, Jim. All right, let's get out of here, huh? Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been fun. We had a good time. I'm glad you were here. Let's have a nice moment and say I love you. Happy Valentine's Day. We have one more minute left of Valentine's Day. Let's say to each other, I love you. Okay, there it is. Oh, thank you. See, I love you. I love you. Everybody say, put some love in that damn chat. Let's go. Everybody. Yeah, Kev, tell your wife what you're doing here. I don't know where that came from. Love you guys. Let's say love, 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 love. Right. Happy love. I love you guys. Look at you guys. But love, love, love. Everybody loving. Look at this love. Jim Dandy with the love. Jets Best with the love. Squirmy Weasel with the love. Rob F. for Brady Rob F. Brady love. Hawk with some love. Love you, Trin. Look at this. Paris with this is the best moment in streaming history. Look at us. Hank with the love. Adrian's talking about benching somebody. No love from Adrian. Hennessy, what's that? A beer? That's love. Love Storm from Jim Dandy. Brian with the love eyes. That's right. Thank you. Curly Norton loves the free therapy. Right, man. Look at all this love. Mark and Rob and all right. Yeah, Mighty Buffoon. Look at this. All right, guys. Rusty Spooner. We're going to get out of here. With that all said, guys, I love you, and I sincerely hope that you have a fantastic rest of your evening. I'm releasing a good video. I released it to the Beanbaggers today. You guys will have it tomorrow. A little series Dom C and I are working on. Dom C does all the work, and I release it. So there it is. It's called Project Prospect. We got a prospect that a lot of you guys don't know about. We're going to teach you some stuff. That'll be out tomorrow, bright and early in the morning. I'll get it out to you guys. With that all said, have a great rest of the night. I will see you soon. Good night, everybody.
I think he's going to be day one, a violent vertical edge setter.
We competing today. I see some gas on the edge. Get that mindset to put your shoulder on somebody. Dig, drop. You're finished. Hey, first down. This is a weird kid. Worse than that, sorry.
As a Hall of Fame voting group, we need to re-examine some careers. And I think we need to re-examine the career of Joe Klecko.
Dang, I want to see how I do against this guy. Because he was the best.
Left guard can't handle Klecko. Just knock the crap out of the guy across from you.
Intensity, bottom line. Never take a play off.
He was incredibly strong.
His just pure raw strength.
He was the same every play. Ball zone.
It was an incredible accomplishment to be dominant at one position in the NFL in your career, but to be dominant at three positions